My continuing quest for a top 20 hit had brought me to Romania for an international song contest. To my delight, my song won second prize. This got me an award, but not any closer to my goal of achieving chart success somewhere in the world. But with 3 days left in Romania, a new challenge was born. If only I could find a local pop star to record with, that might provide me with the impetus for the chart hit I so badly sought. Fortune shone, and I met local pop impresario Paul Nanka, who promised me a meeting with Romania's answer to posh spice, Paula Seling. The 23-year-old star had it all. Great looks, great style, and 6 great chart-topping albums. Like all men in Romania, I couldn't wait to meet her. The next day, Mr. Nanka proved to be as good as his word. My meeting with Paula was set. If I was going to record a duet with her, I needed to find out more about her music. This is called Don't Know Nothing About the Blues, and she's singing in English. That's quite good. See, that's where you don't quite happen, the lyrics, when they write in English. It's like the years behind us, like so many pairs of shoes. It quite works, does it, poetically? But what is good is that she sings a ballad well, and she hasn't got a strong Romanian accent. And I think she's collaborated on these songs, so she's probably quite a clever girl. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. I was excited about meeting Romania's biggest pop star, and if I wanted to record a duet with her, I had to make a good impression. So, being a bit of a creep, I decided to say it with flowers. But the question was, how to say it to the flower seller. Fortunately, I was fluent in Romanian.
Floara. Cât costă aici? Asta. 150,000.
Yeah.
I was to meet Paula in one of Bucharest's most famous restaurants, the Creaky Door. But instead of Paula, I was greeted by her manager, Mr. Nanka, who was the bearer of bad news. Paula's father was ill, and she'd left the city to be with her family in the countryside. But Mr. Nanka represented other Romanian pop stars, and maybe I could duet with one of them. But I couldn't help feeling disappointed as I left the Creaky Door.
The fact of the matter is Paula's dad's had a heart attack, so that's very bad news. But from a very selfish point of view, means we can't collaborate tomorrow, as was the idea. And she does sound like the one. Sounds like she's quite big here, quite big news. She's got 2 TV shows coming up. Possibility, if we got something going, which they're keen for, we might be able to get something out here and try and do something in England. Who knows? She's good enough. But he suggested 2 other people that I could probably work with. Trouble with that is if we come up with some really good ideas with them, I might want to use them with Paula, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll have a think and then decide.
But whatever I decided in the end, we'd still need a song. So I went back to my hotel room and desperately tried to remember a duet I'd written a few years back, which might be suitable.
See, I've forgotten the chords. What need is there to pretend?
I'd had my heart set on duetting with Paula because she was a big enough star to guarantee a hit. However, as I've always said, no harm in checking out the other talent. Marchella, one of Mr. Nanka's other singers, was playing in a local jazz club. I slung my guitar over my back and headed down there. Marchella sang backing vocals for Paula and had just started her own solo career. And once she saw the camera, she completely forgot about the rest of the audience. although she did overdo it a bit. I was impressed with what I heard and was looking forward to hearing more, but then I lent my guitar to a guy called Laurencio, who asked if he could sing one song. He started by giving his life story. Then he sang another song. Then another. 45 minutes later, he was still going.
Right, I'm fed up. This guy's been on for about an hour and he won't get off, and it's the girls' gig, and I'm sick and tired of him. He's a show-off. I'm going to find a traditional Romanian instrument to shove up your ass.
Even Mr. Nanka, Paula's manager, couldn't get him off stage.
He's multi-talented, but that's annoying. And he's just going to take over. So after he does the next song, I'm going to go up in a rather childish way and say, it's my guitar, give it back. Just like it's my ball, give it back. I don't care what it looks like. But watch, and I'm going to try and get them back on. So it may prove impossible. Oh, he's gone. I don't believe it. He's actually gone of his own fruition. Damn, I was looking forward to that. I thought there might be a scuffle and a fight.
Thanks to my newfound friend, I never did get to hear Marchella sing again, as the club was closing.
All right, Noapte bună. Welcome anytime to Romania.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Mulțumesc.
good man.
Thank you. Good night. He doesn't know how much I dislike him. He's not following me, I hope. He was one of the worst offenders I've ever seen. Other people were performing and he was hovering on the edge. And I watched him when this other singer was on. And he was like, it was eating him up, the fact that other people were looking at someone else. I really took a dislike to him. But he was so good. That was the... You can't park here.
10 minutes later, having figured out I could walk round the car, my drunken ramblings continued about whether Marchella had the same potential as Paula.
I'm not entirely sure whether I'm completely on track for the hit single thing. It really does depend on how things go with Paula, really. I think I'm going to stop here because if I don't stop, we'll end up in another part of Bucharest and we want to be over there. But I do think she has some potential, and we're going to try and do this duet. The other girls were great, but I just don't think they were had any commercial potential. And this is the tragedy of this bet is I've got to have a hit. It's no good saying someone's lovely and they're good and they're great. I've got to try and sell something, which goes against all my natural instincts. I just want to go, let's have fun, let's do that. So I think we're on course, but I don't think we're there yet.
Yesterday, I was on course for achieving my goal of a top 20 hit somewhere in the world when I'd set up a meeting with Romania's top pop star, Paula Seling. However, things all fell apart when her father fell sick and she had to leave town. But all was not lost. Paula had been given a cassette of my song to learn, and I got a call to say she was in town to record a TV show. All I had to do was to persuade her to record the song in an adjoining studio in a break in filming. It was now or never, because my flight was booked for the following morning.
In myself, I feel good today. Good heart. My voice, unfortunately, is on the way out. Too many people smoking cigarettes in clubs, and my voice is just gone. So I've got to sing this duet with Paula Seling, which is I'm looking forward to. I tried to sing the notes in the room. I can't get there. I go, we should let a tear or two. And now, I've got to try and hit that note. And now, So, got some hot water, and I think if you put salt in it and gargle, it either improves your voice or makes you sick. Hope it works. La 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 la. It's getting better. Still not very good, but la.
Sore throat aside, I felt magnificent as I rushed to the TV studios. I was finally going to meet Romania's most beautiful and talented singer. And if all went well, we were going to record a song together. A song which was almost guaranteed to be a hit, given her fame in this country.
Well, I'm somewhere in the bowels of the National Theatre where there appears to be, around the corner, a film or a TV studio. Most unlikely place. Let's have a look.
It must be quite scary in there.
It's amazing. You just come down all these decrepit, dark corridors, down some stairs, and then in the middle of nowhere, in the bowels of this building, it's quite a nice little studio.
As I arrived in the studio, Paula was deep in rehearsal. It didn't seem proper for me to interrupt. There was still plenty of time for us to record together, and I needed to rest my sore throat. Hours passed, and rehearsals for the show were running hideously over time. I was getting anxious, because at this rate I would never get to record the song with Paula. As more time passed, I was losing hope of ever getting to sing with Paula, and it became obvious that I wasn't the only one becoming anxious.
Paula, după momentul în care i-ai văzut că au apărut, ai și coborât și te-ai întâlnit cu ei.
Just time for Paula to ask the presenter if she was really going to keep that hairdo.
Right, it's 5:45. The show starts at 7. They're just having non-stop arguments.
Și așa și discutați, ele vorbesc ceva după
The
film și
musicians don't know what songs they're doing. No one knows what they're doing. I've never seen a show so shambolic, close to it starting. They're still making editorial decisions
Paula
on
vă
what's going to be
întâmpină,
in
n-are
the show.
sens, se lungește momentul îngrozitor. Paula v-a văzut.
As they cleared up the blood from the last argument, the audience made their way into the show, which was due to start in 10 minutes. The chance to record with Paula had gone, but the least I could do was head backstage and say hello.
Nice. The girls' dressing room. I always like being in the girls' dressing room.
In Romania, no matter how big a star you are, you still have to share a dressing room with 10 others. And my mate from the jazz club. How did he get in there?
Is she decent? I should come and say hello anyway. No?
Please.
You've not got a dress on? Oh, sorry. I'll go away and come back when you're dressed. Much though that goes against the grain. It's okay? Ah, Paula.
So I have my
Okay, good luck
dress on. Thank you.
tonight. And are you looking forward to the show?
Well, no, actually.
So much to remember.
I'm so very nervous, but
Okay.
I hope it's gonna turn out.
A success. All right, we will leave you because I know you're very busy. If you need... No, we are going to watch, but we leave you to prepare.
Okay.
If you need me to help with the singing, just say, Tony, and I will come and sing.
Okay, it's so nice. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
A polite way of saying, sod off and leave me alone.
I think it's better, in a way, than singing with her is going in a dressing room when she didn't have a dress on. I mean, that may sound rather shallow and immature. There's a good reason for that. That's because I'm shallow and immature.
I'd met Paula, and she clearly liked me very much. But we'd recorded nothing together. But I hadn't given up just yet. I decided to hatch a plan as I sat back to watch the show.
Niciodată în afara capitalei. Paula Seling.
She fell down the stairs. It's a perfect start. She fell down the stairs.
Despite the first mishap, things were going pretty well. Until the Wicked Witch of the North appeared.
Stop. Ce s-a întâmplat?
I think it's great the way they shout at each other. She's going to punch her lights out. Just comes down and bellows at people, humiliates them in front of the audience. Very different etiquette to England.
After a grueling 8 hours, the show was finally in the can. But there was no time left to get to a recording studio, and my only hope now was catching Paula at the after-show party. I headed straight there, and when I arrived, I couldn't believe my eyes. Someone wasn't doing badly in the new Romania. On hearing that Paula had actually been too busy to listen to the cassette of my song, I figured if I could sing it to her here on the night, and she liked it, we could still record it together in the future, either back here or in London even. So I took a beer and plucked up the courage to invite her to a quiet room where I could use what was left of my voice to convince her of this idea.
We've shed a tear or two. That's the first line. We've shed. That's it. We've shed a tear or two. And then I would sing, and now it's me and you.
It's a very common word.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so we try that again, and then I will try to sing a harmony underneath.
Which shed a tear or two.
Now it's me and you.
And so it seems the signs
All point to better time.
and now the days at an end. What need is there to pretend? 'Cause you're the special one when all is said and done. Wow.
Perfect.
Perfect song.
I
Excellent.
think we are a good team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much too.
Until the next time.
I can't wait.
Thank you. Good. I mean, me also.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. L'arrivederci.
The party had come to an end, and so too had my stay in Romania. 2 weeks later, I managed to get Paula over to England, having boasted that I could get her on British television. To impress her, I set up a photo shoot. We'd need a cover for our hit record after all. She liked both my looks and my music. Paula had been invited to the Romanian embassy to sing for the ambassador, so I thought I'd invite myself. I had to keep trying to get her and her manager, Mr. Nanka, to commit to releasing our duet as a single in Romania. But unfortunately, they just wanted to talk about Paula's TV appearance, which I'd promised, which I hadn't yet sorted out.
It's a very formal affair, but a few more red wines, a few more white wines. They've got a hidden cachet of champagne here somewhere.
In my search for the champagne, I ran into Paula's drummer, who had a mischievous idea to get the party jumping. We ransacked the kitchen for instruments. This was hardly the kind of behaviour seen in most diplomatic circles. But what the hell? I was in rock and roll now. And I hadn't taken any drugs, so I had to do something. I think everybody was suitably impressed. Early the following morning, I'd got a call saying that someone had dropped out as a guest on a live TV chat show. The perfect opportunity for me and Paula.
Right, in just over a couple of hours' time, I shall be singing live on television with Paula. It's a song we haven't sung together since we were in Romania, and we haven't rehearsed yet. So this will be going to the wire, but hopefully we'll get a few runs at it in the studio. And it'll be fun, what the hell. It's the nature of this thing. Just got to go for it. No time to worry. Bang, live television. And she'll carry me through, I hope.
As I walked into the building, the show was just going on air. Just time for Paula to make herself look as beautiful as me. And for the guitarist to learn the chords.
Because here's a lovely girl, it's Paula Seling.
This was it, my best chance at getting my song recognised and hopefully released. I could still have a hit on my hands.
Paula, how are you?
We did the small talk thing with Gloria, and then it was time for the nation to hear my song.
We shed a tear or two,
And now it's me and you.
and so we've learned a lot
To cherish what we've got.
and now
My voice had improved since the last time I'd sung it with Paula. And fingers crossed the next time it will be on the Romanian Top of the Pops.